So I am going to be doing something very exciting today, and I thought it would be fun to take you guys with me, because today I'm going to be attending the Canongate Spring Influencer Social. It's in London. It starts at 6:30 this evening, and it's going to be, sounds like something that's going to be super fun. There's going to be some authors there, there's going to be a giveaway, there's going to be canapes and drinks. I think we get a little goodie bag, and it just sounds like so much fun. So yeah, I thought it'd be fun to obviously film my day, take you on my journey, because I have to travel into central London. I've taken a half day at work because I normally work up until 6 o'clock, and obviously I have to get there. So I thought, you know what, treat myself, take a half day at work. But first things first is deciding what I'm going to wear, because as you can tell, I've just had a shower, I've just got out of the shower, and now I need to decide what I'm wearing. Because obviously I'm travelling, I want to be wearing something comfortable, so casual, comfortable, but also kind of presentable, I guess. So let's find out what I'm gonna go wear. So it has been a few days since the really fun Canongate social event, but I wanted to close off this vlog by sharing with you what's inside this lovely goodie bag that we all got while we were there. As you can see, they came in, the goodie bags are in this really lovely Canongate tote bag, so that in itself is really exciting. But yes, I'm going to just delve in and show you what is inside, and also tell you a little bit more about what happened at the event, because it was so good. So firstly, I want to share the books that were in the bag. So 2 of the books were from 2 of the authors that were interviewed at the event, and the interviews and being able to speak to the authors and get these books signed by the authors just made the event super extra special as well. So the first book is actually one that's been on my radar this year, and one that I do want to get to soon anyway, and that is None of This Is Serious by Prasifka. She was hilarious at the event. I loved speaking to her. Her interview was really funny, and when she sort of delved into a little bit more about Sophie, who's the main character of this book, it just made me want to read this even more. And just to give you a quick overview of what this one is about, but it follows our main character Sophie. She's just finished her degree in Dublin, and I believe it's just about the uncertainty of being alive in the world today. So at the event, Catherine was talking about how the idea of environmental anxiety kind of helped prompt a lot of what this book is about, and again, as someone who hasn't read this yet, that really intrigued me, and I also believe as well the main character Sophie doesn't talk throughout this whole novel, and that just, again, that concept and writing style just massively intrigues me. So I of course cannot wait to get around to reading this, as it was already on my radar anyway, and again, it's signed, and yeah, it's just so exciting. And the next book is a beautiful hardback by bámi Adébáyọ, who was also at the event, and again, it was beautiful speaking to her and listening to her talk about this book. So this one is A Spell of Good Things, and the author's debut novel, Stay With Me, was shortlisted, I think, for the Women's Prize for Fiction, or the Women's Prize for Fiction, and I think also won loads of awards, but again, that one has been on my radar as well. So again, it was just so exciting to meet her in person and to hear about this book, which again I'm also very excited about reading. But this one is set in modern day Nigeria and follows 2 families, and kind of follows these themes of wealth, power, corruption, like political corruption, like romantic ties, romantic obsessions, those kind of things. And again, it was really interesting listening to Adébáyọ talk about how she came up with the concept of this novel as she was at home in Nigeria, and she was on a bus journey, and she explained this beautiful story of how she ended up in a different part of her city that she loved so much, and ended up seeing a part of the city that she'd not seen before, and it made her realise that actually the city that she does love so much, that is her city, her home, there are things going on there that, you know, she didn't know about, and maybe are things that to be less proud of. And I think, like I say, inspired this novel. So again, I'm very excited about reading this one, and it feels extra special as well because again, it's signed. So yes, that was such a good part of the event, just being able to speak to the authors, listen to their wonderful interviews, and get these beautiful books in a goodie bag, as well as being able to get them signed. And the third book that was in our goodie bag, which I am still like in shock that I own and I am holding, because it's a proof copy of Family Law by Elizabeth Acevedo, who is of course the author of The Poet X, Clap When You Land, and With Fire on High. I've read both Clap When You Land and The Poet X and adored both of them, and I do believe this is Elizabeth Acevedo's first adult novel, and I'm just very excited. But this one follows our main character Law, who I believe can predict the day when someone will die, and then she throws herself a living wake, and lots of people in her family start questioning why she is doing this, and I think it follows multiple different women in this family and what it means to be a Dominican woman, and it says on the back as well to ask the ultimate question: what does it take to live a good life for yourself and those you love? I'm again so excited to read this one as well, and this one is being published on the 10th of August 2023. In the bag there are also some lovely cards and bookmarks by authors with books either out now or coming out soon that are being published by Canongate. So there is an extract of a poem from Len Penny's poem collection that's coming out next year. She was also at the event and did 3 readings from her collection, and I was blown away. So that is one I'm going to be pre-ordering because I am now highly anticipating that. A little card about This Ragged Grace by Octavia Butler, which is a memoir by her that is coming out soon. It's coming out on the 1st of June. Again, we had some little video snippets as well from some of these authors, and this one again sounded really, really interesting. And a very lovely bookmark by The Night Ship by Jess Kidd. Some other fun things that were in there was this lovely pencil and a sort of like journal, a plain journal that have the My Comfort Book by Matt Haig sort of on them, so that's also very exciting. And last but not least, that I was waiting to sort of like unbox or unwrap with you guys is clearly some kind of t-shirt, but I don't know what's on it, so we are going to rip that open and see what's on it. Ooh. Also, I love a t-shirt. I love sleeping in them. So, it's a Ruth Ozeki one. And on the back, with obviously a quote from one of her fantastic books. And I love that. Yay! That's so exciting. I will probably sleep in that this evening. But that is everything that was in the goodie bag, and I have now shared everything that I want to share with you guys. So I want to finish this off by saying a big thank you to Canongate Books and to Olivia Savannah from Olivia's Catastrophe for inviting me to such a wonderful event where I got to meet other bookish people, some amazing authors, and just have such a great time. So thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you soon in another one. Bye!